What's crack-a-lackin', folks? My name is Rabbit, and welcome to episode 169 of Jade Cocoon 2, where we are continuing to explore the bonus content here in the post-game. In our last episode, we knocked out Earth Crystal number 6, and we are officially set and ready to rock and roll here in Earth Crystal number 7, which is the final island. So this quite possibly could be our last episode for this recording session, and I'm guessing in another month or two, or however much time we have until I resume everything here in Jade Cocoon 2, I'm thinking, yeah, I guess we're going to just immediately go forward into the level 6 forest. And thinking about it, I think what I'm going to do, I talked about this a little bit, but I'm still thinking what the plan kind of is, at least tentatively, is that I will go through the forest in the same order that I did when tackling the level 5 forest. So that's to say that we should be going into the air/wind forest first, then the fire forest second, followed by water forest with cure, and then we'll end basically the series, because that'll be it as far as like the bonus stuff I want to explore, with the Earth Forest and the Sweet Nights, because I'm not aiming to fight everyone at the battle arena. It just doesn't seem fun to me, and I'm not necessarily aiming to do a bunch of random job postings that just randomly populate, and I don't think any super secret side quests are going to be unlocked, and even if they are, we're going to be done. My aim was mainly to show you the bonus content that isn't as, I mean, it's all optional, but that isn't as random and sporadic, and that feels like there's more continuity to completing what's here. For example, us meeting Mint. It continues where the story had left off from our events with defeating Levant. But us going through the battle arena, I don't think there's a lot of story tied to that. I think it's just you go through, you defeat them, and then Kahu's title and his name kind of raises, but reputation hasn't mattered since the normal game's events. Like, I don't even know why it's measured anymore. Anyhow, I guess that's just to say that honestly, once we're done with this, we might only have 4 more recording sessions left for us. So we'll see how that goes. It makes me a little bit sad. I feel like Jade Cocoon 2, whether you love it or hate it, I think it's been a fun title for me to tackle because it's given me a lot of opportunity to just talk to you guys. I feel like most of my other series, they are so heavily story based and there's not as much downtime, and where there is downtime, it's usually just with I guess it would be with like the dungeon crawling, but the dungeons aren't as long as what we've got here. Like, there's an immense amount of dungeon crawling in Jade Cocoon 2, which isn't bad, but I think it just leaves open a lot more opportunity for us to banter back and forth and just talk about things. So I guess like a diary series, I know a couple of you have called this, and maybe I should purposefully always keep in mind series down the road that could fill this niche, and we can always, I guess, have a diary series going while there's another main LP that is very narrative driven, and my commentary is primarily going to revolve around that, obviously, because things are going to be happening. We'll just have to see, but it makes me sad because I feel like I've shared so many things through this series, and just with how long it's been, it's interesting to go back or if you guys leave a comment that directly addresses something I asked you or a story I shared, to go back even just a year and re-listen to myself talking about something and hear your thoughts on it too, or like your own experiences with something similar. It's so cool. I don't know. It makes me feel like this weird pang of bittersweetness in my soul to think like, oh gosh, ending a series, it's just hard for me. I know it shouldn't be. It's what's going to happen when you start something. There's going to be a conclusion in some way, shape, or form. Even a game that has as open-ended of, I guess, an ending or a post-game as this one, there's still got to be an end somewhere, Even something like The Sims, which I've thought about playing some more of that. I currently have all of the expansions and the stuff packs, thanks to a couple of you who gave them to me as like gifts or purposefully sent me things to go towards that, which I really appreciate. You guys know I'm a huge fan of The Sims. Not necessarily The Sims 4, but in general as a series. The third installment and the second are so incredible. And I like the original one too, but it was very basic. I think The Sims 2 is my #1 favorite. I think in that installment of the game, the Sims themselves were the best. Like, they were the most interesting, and I think just the most fun to play. And then The Sims 3 had a lot in regards to creativity and you building whatever worlds you wanted, but I don't want to say infrastructure, that's not quite the proper term, but it didn't have a super great foundation, and I don't think it was optimized properly because EA is greedy and just wanted to make a lot of money. And I mean, they fucking did, so can you really be mad at them? I think mission was accomplished with that, but it sucked because, you know, I just feel like the series is getting worse and worse as time has gone on. And it does break my heart because it is a series that I followed for a long time, you guys. A very long time. I actually still remember the way I ended up playing the first Sims was my brother had brought home like a bootleg. I shouldn't even admit this. But, you know, file sharing used to not be as looked down upon back when the internet was kind of newer. And I was just a kid, so I guess I can't provide as much commentary on that. But my brother was 4 years older than me, so in the early 90s, you know, when I was just like 4 or 5, he was 8 or 9, and I guess knew more of what was kind of going on, and he had friends that had computers and dads that were super tech savvy, and my own father was fairly tech savvy. So anyway, that's just to say that my brother one day showed up with this bootleg CD that had someone's chicken scratch with a Sharpie on the front that said The Sims. So someone must have, in his friend group, actually bought The Sims, and then from there, they decided, I guess they decided that it was appropriate to just make copies of it for all their friends. Hey, I'm not going to complain because I remember my mind being blown playing The Sims. Actually, the first family I ever played, I think it was the Betty and Bob, were they called the Newbies, I think? Because you know how every single installment of the game has come with like a pre-made set of characters. And then from there, if you want to, you can just continue to see where the story goes with them, or you can create your own families. And I loved it. It was so much fun. And I remember like the community was so cool with all of the customization, and it was just truly like a sandbox experience because you could kind of do what you wanted. Of course, with limitations being present just because of the nature of the game in its first version and first form. But holy shit, you guys, it was so cool. It was so flippin' cool. I spent a lot of time in the original Sims, and then when The Sims 2 came out, my sister and I, we had a ball. Like every single summer we were derping around and having a good ass time in that game. It was truly a wonderful experience that I miss. Sometimes I miss like that innocence that comes from that era of my life or that time in my life, and I wish I could have it back. It just, I don't know. But I guess we all feel that way, right? Where we want to revisit old times and just be innocent and not stressed about adulting and that other kind of bullshit. But, you know, that's how it goes. That's part of growing up. And I do see we lost one person, so I'm going to see if I can put this asshole. Oh, I can't put him to sleep without my friend here. So let's go ahead and use one of our books. We should get to go first. So, ooh, that's not good. Maybe we won't be going first. And I don't like what he might be doing. But we're going to try it. Let's use one of just the ordinary shitty resurrect books and pray he doesn't immediately attack. I think this is check. I think that's the one. Okay, we still are going first. Perfect. So if we can get him asleep, then this will work out nicely. I'm a little surprised actually how easy this fight has been. I was not anticipating this being the case. Yeah, this is kind of blowing me away. I feel like I've just been talking about random shit this whole time. But anyway, I guess let's just finish it up. I don't think I have to think too much about it. But just final thoughts on The Sims and just sandboxes and innocence. I then remember getting The Sims 3, and it was so much fun, and then The Sims 4, not so much fun, even though I purchased it much later, which is unusual for me, because typically my dad was so good, as soon as a new Sims would come out, he would, like, buy it for us, because he knew it was one of the few things. My sister Bear and I, we just loved The Sims, like that open sandbox feel where we could do whatever we want, and we could be nice if we wanted to, kind of like Black and White, you know, where we could be evil or we could be compassionate and wonderful and all that other good stuff. So anyway, let me take a second to use some items here. We got a Gara seed. I don't know if I have any Garas. Oh, am I gonna have to drop something? Oh, I do. Lexi. Oh, vitality went up by 5. Very cool, very cool. Let's move through. Amazon Eye and Hard Blow. Nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Let's see what Hard Blow actually does. I still have the Grace Pearls. Ups attack side. That will be a good one to keep in tow, I think, for sure. So anyway, I don't super love The Sims 4, but it's fine. Whatever. I guess it is what it is. And I don't remember what I was talking about that led to me talking about The Sims, so my mistake, you guys. I'm just I feel pretty good today. Oh, was I talking about my brother-in-law, or was that our last episode? How I can't stand him and he drives me nuts. Well, if I wasn't, I'm saying it again. That's where Andrew is right now, and not super, super thrilled about what's going on. I don't want to get rid of these, and I don't want to get rid of this. I don't want to get rid of any of these, but there's a fucking gem here, and watch it be something good. I don't want to drop. Maybe I'll drop my citron powders. I know it sucks because I actually paid for them, but they're not that expensive. So I don't mind, even if it's a little bit of a loss. I think they're 500, right? So even if it's, oh my God, that was not worth it at all. Not even close. Oh my gosh. Well, it's okay. As long as I find another gem, then I won't feel too terrible about that choice to go ahead and drop them. So anyway, friends, life is good in my camp. I'm feeling okay. You know, a little unhappy about Andrew going and entertaining his stupid asshole brother's nonsense and celebrating this dumbass 30th birthday party because he's a superficial twat and this matters to him for some fucking reason. I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. I say I don't care. Oh, I was telling you guys about an uncle that, as weird as it may be, everyone acknowledges that he and I would definitely probably make a good couple, even though he's like significantly older than me, and you know, that is what it is. And where the fuck is this gonna, oh, we go through and then we exit. I was about to say, where is this gonna take me? Is there another island? There can't be, because we fought the boss. But no, we are taken to Dust Up, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 is the number of islands here. So the same that we saw in the level 5 forest. I wasn't too sure about that, and I talked a little bit about it either in the last episode or the episode before that. But anyway, that's it then, guys, for our recording session. We knocked out the level 5 forest, and it took us, what, 13 episodes? So almost 2 weeks of footage. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, I can't believe we're going to really be on that downward slope then. It feels like we've kind of been at a standstill where there's just been a lot still to do, but it doesn't really feel that way anymore. I feel more so like, holy shit, it's gonna be over soon, whereas before it was kind of like, ugh, we've still got, oh, they're only 250, so I will just buy these back. The 2 that I dropped. And I don't think he has anything new because we haven't taken any jobs for new things to be created. So let's now go to the lounge, see if there are any job postings, and our final thing will be to hand over some, I think we have a couple comma, like 2.
Spinning the beast amulet around and around just makes my head spin. I sometimes think my mind is going too.
If you ever had one, Vanilla.
Hey, your wings.
Okay, we've talked to him before and he said this, so we're just going to skip. We've had a few longer episodes, so I won't drag this one out for you guys. Okay, Og Egg wanted. What do you want? Garrulok? Oh, I actually think I might have a few of those. Let me go back and look. Present delivery. We're not going into water tour next. Actually, we're going into, and dust up we're not going into next either. That is in the earth forest. I think it's the one that just got unlocked. So actually what I might do, I'm going to take this one. I hope we have an actual Garrulok egg. If we don't, then I might just drop it and we'll see what happens. We'll see. I do want those power extracts. I think that in and of itself makes it a bit worth it, at least to try to grab and nab before it goes away. Yes, don't talk to me. Just give me my shit. Oh, not stash. Let's cash in and see. So maybe there is a method to my... Yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah. I have so many eggs in here, guys, that I'm never fucking going to use. Maybe, you know, if this game had caught on and it was still popularly played, or I could even see if it had like an online battle, I could see this being worth like playing more so beyond this. I really don't want to talk to you. You're not going to say anything new. Give me my shit. Okay, so we should have gotten 3 power extracts. But anyway, there's nothing else to the game beyond this, so it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's sad that the game died off. I think there's a lot more that could have been done with it, but it just, you know, it didn't catch on. I will give one, wow, strength went up by 1. We'll just, I don't care. I don't think it really matters that much. We'll give 1 to Lexi, whose strength went up by 2. And I guess we can give 1 to Emil. Strength went up by 1. So yeah, I think that was worth getting rid of one of those Garrulok eggs. I don't know what a Garrulok is. It might be the one that has 1 eye. I think. I don't know, you guys. I can't keep up anymore. I know there was a point where I knew what everything was, and now I just have no idea. It just hasn't really mattered. Too bad there's no Jade Cocoon 3, though. I think there's a lot that they could have learned from choices they made in this one, as well as choices that they made in number 2. No, in this one, as well as in the first one, number 1. Story of the Tamamayo. Okay, so the bugs are all done. Almost done with Nas. As soon as Patrick is done, I'll try to find one of my fish people. We've got 1 of the Slimies left. Guys, we're actually doing pretty good. I'm, as you can see, rapidly approaching completing this, which has been the goal for a while. We're going to knock out a few of these. Yeah, which one is the Garrulok? Garrulok is, yeah, the one that turns into the one with the 1 eye. Haha. I can't believe I remembered that. What does it say about me? Probably nothing good. Okay, and then we've got some mouse, and we still don't have the blue Drac. But we saw there's another red one, too, and I don't know how we're going to find that. I guess it doesn't matter. Who cares? I'm not trying to play a collection game at this point. We're just trying to finish the story, even the post-game story. So take my comma. I think I had 2, maybe just 1. So we got Libaridia, defends all attacks, super recover, extra HP recovery. I don't think I'll be using this, or at least not anytime soon. Maybe it could be good. And then here's the other one. Big B. Lapiate, up speed, extra large. It's pretty good. So we got a wee bit of money, and we're not ready to merge anyone or drop anyone off, so we're not even going to entertain this. So as peculiar as this may sound, because so far we've been getting new lineups each time, just for the sake of me making sure I'm getting close to maxing out as many of these beasts as possible in regards to their evolutionary forms, we're going to probably leave the same team for when we do resume in episode number 170. And instead, I think the method that I'm going to adopt moving forward is what I've already kind of bantered a bit with you guys about, that I think I will just, as people hit their final form, replace that specific individual in real time with you in tow or in between episodes. And the changes will happen as we're making our way from island to island instead of from recording session to recording session. I just think that'll be a little bit faster as well, and it'll just be easier to keep up with. So, with that being said, I guess that brings us to the conclusion of this recording session, friends. Thanks for sticking it out with me for 13 episodes as we wrapped up the level 4 Earth Forest. When we come back together, as I already mentioned, we're going to, I guess, just go in the same order that we tackled the level 5. So first will be Wind Sport. Then we are going to head into Firestorm. Third will be Water Tier. And then we'll end basically this entire Let's Play series, even though technically I guess we reached the end when we finish the story, but I will no longer be updating this playlist once we conclude the events here in Dust Up. So it's really sad to say, but at the same time, we knew it was coming. But we still got 4 recording sessions left. So if each recording session is at least like 10 episodes, we've got like 40 videos still to go. So we're definitely not at the end, but we're getting closer to it. So thank you so much, you guys, for joining me thus far in this adventure. It's been something, and I'm not sure what's going to take Jade Cocoon 2's place, but we've got plenty of time to think about it. So as always, when I'm parting ways with you all, I like to wish you nothing but the best. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful set of weeks until we do come back together to resume our next recording session and continue making our way through the post game. I'll probably wait another month, maybe 2, because we are close to wrapping up Hoshigami Ruining Blue Earth, and then following that game's conclusion, I think I'm just going to immediately launch forward into the series that's going to take Hoshigami's place instead of having something in between. We'll see, but I'm pretty sure we'll see like a month or 2 between this episode going live and you guys getting 170. So my apologies for those of you that are watching through this in real time and then you're caught up and, you know, it's been like 2 weeks and 170 is not up, but that's just kind of how things roll around here on Rabbit Plays Games. So I appreciate your patience and understanding as I'm trying to make this palatable for myself to get through as well. But we'll just see. I'm always open to your thoughts, and if you have any recommendations for potential diary series that could take Jade Cocoon 2's place, then please let me know either by leaving me a comment. You can always reach me on my Facebook page, or you can just email me directly. It really is a great way to get in touch with me. So anyway, with all that being said, thank you so very much for watching, friends. Again, I wish you nothing but the best of health and merriment and good cheer, and I appreciate you joining me for this recording session in Jade Cocoon 2's bonus content exploration here in the post game. So I will see you guys in a month or 2. Take care until then, my friends. Bye-bye.